Hey guys, and welcome. My name is NG Paradox, and we're here in October for our first season in the Championship. Last time, you guys saw we got off to an amazing start. I couldn't quite believe it. It was a pretty good start. We won our first two games in the Championship, and I'll tell you what, we did win our third game against Crystal Palace. So actually, in 3 games, Bath City were top of the table. I couldn't quite believe it. But I'll tell you now, things have not continued. Let's have a quick look at what's gone on so far. And you can see it all... Reality hit us in the face quite hard. But it was something I've expected. As you can see, last time we beat, it was QPR 3-2. Then we came against Crystal Palace and we beat them 2-1. Tutonda and Ben Hinchcliffe scoring goals. Then we came against Notts County, we lost 3-0. Then we played Everton in the League Cup and we lost 3-2. But the guys gave a great performance here. And this is when we started to get a few injuries as well. A few of our most important players like Tilly has been out with an injury since then. So since the Notts County game, he's been out. I think he might be returning against Charlton. Yeah, he should be ready for Charlton, but he's been out since then. He's our most important player. Then we came up against Stoke, lost 1-0. Then we played Bristol Rovers, we drew 1-1. Lee Angle scored. He's had to come in, Lee Angle, actually, to replace Tilly. I put Hinchcliffe on the wing and Lee Angle up front. Lee Angle's actually done a pretty good job coming into the team. 31 years old, obviously. One of the new players I brought in last time. I'll tell you what, though. No other new players have come into the team, sadly to say. The transfer season was pretty bad. Nothing I could really do, though. The problem that we have is that even though we're in the Championship, no one really expects us, and our reputation still isn't that much better than when we were in League One, which is crazy to think. So when I got promoted, all the players that we have a choice of getting are League 2 and 1 quality. They're not much better than the players we actually have now. And actually, when it comes to our money, you can see we don't really have much of a transfer budget. We could probably get in 2 players, because players at this level expect a lot of money. They expect to be paid like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. It's very hard to get a good wage budget for these players. And our club doesn't really have that much money due to the fact that we don't have that many seats, so we don't actually earn that much money, sadly, because we always pack the house. We're going to have to, I think, charge more for our season tickets. Average ticket 26, 431, 1,000, almost 1,800 season tickets were sold for this season. But yes, it's been very difficult to bring people in. Now, though, since we've been in the Championship and we've been playing this season, I'm starting to get reports of people maybe who are almost or about Championship level willing to come to our club, but most of them would be transfers and stuff. So if we can survive, I think, 1 season in the Championship, there is definitely hope that we could bring in Championship level players maybe next season or maybe January. We'll have to just wait and see. Then we played Swindon, lost 1-0. Then we played Sheffield Wednesday, got 2-2. We got Hinchcliffe and Lee Angle scoring there. Leeds, we lost 1-0. Burnley, we drew 2-2, which is a really good result. Tyler Frost actually has been really good so far this season. I didn't think he could make the step up to the Championship. I wasn't even sure about him in League One, but he has actually been really good in the Championship. A vital player almost, scoring some very important goals. Sunderland as well, 2-2. Tyler Frost again, and Lee Angle. Yeah, the same 2 players there. Then we played Ipswich last match, and we were destroyed. But this game was particularly unlucky. All the other games are always quite close. There's always 1 goal difference normally, apart from Notts County. But this game we were destroyed because David Tutonda got an injury, and we were 1 man down. And at that time, it was 2-1 to Ipswich. And I felt we just had to go on the attack to try and get a draw, and they then destroyed us. So it didn't go well. It didn't go well. Let's just put it that way. So that was quite bad. So you can see it's been really bad since the start of the season. Lee Angle's got the top goal scorer because I say we've had to put Hinchcliffe on the wing. Griffiths has the highest average rating. Tyler Frost, the most assists. Mackenzie, best pass completion. But overall, not the funnest. You can see, look, we were first. We were first, and it's just been downhill since then. We're currently lying in 18th position, and relegation is only on 10 points. So we're only 3 points away from relegation, and we have 2 games in hand from Brighton. Though Notts County also have 10, so we've got 1 game in hand from them. Oh, sorry, they've got a game in hand of us, so they could catch up. So it might only be about 2 points we're ahead of relegation. So we're really not in a good shape. We're really not in good shape. We're really not in good form. Things need to change. It's obvious, I think, from what I can tell so far, that our defense just isn't good enough. And our strikers, basically our attacker, our best players. We have to try and outscore the other team, I'm thinking. So I might be starting to change the tactics a bit in the next coming matches. Because at the beginning, I don't want to change too much. Because we were never playing badly. Like, our possession and chances are usually similar to the opposition. But our defense just can't keep out good attacks. So when the other team just does do a good attack, they usually will score. And when we do a good attack, they actually might be able to stop us. Some of our staff have changed. I think I brought in a new scout. We brought in Steve Davis as our chief scout. 13 and 14 for potential ability and ability there. His achievements have been scouting for Fleetwood, Hull, Bolton, Burnley. Assistant manager at Burnley at some point. Wow. So he's had quite a long career in a backroom staff. And he does, have a career in League One and Championship. So he's a pretty good scout, I think. I think I also brought in... I brought in a new coach, Chris Llewellyn. He doesn't seem too bad. He's not amazing. He's probably about as good as our last coach that we had to lose. But I don't think he's too bad. He was manager at Lincoln before, and interim manager and coach at Swansea for quite a bit. So I think he's got some good experience there. So I like him. Our staff is looking pretty good at the moment in the Championship. And I think that's one reason why we've normally done quite well in previous seasons, is a lot of it is our backroom staff being able to develop our players. Today we've got a match against Peterborough. Now, Peterborough have been in the Championship for a few seasons, normally in the lower half it looks like. They've always been risking of getting relegation, but Caldwell is the manager right now. Key player is Aguier. Striker, 16 finishing, 6.5 million. See, this is the type of player that we're competing with these days. It's ridiculous. I'm surprised, actually, we're not doing worse than we are. I have to admit, when we first jumped into this season, I thought it was going to be a disaster, just because I couldn't bring in the standard of players that I wanted to. And you have to admit, these are League One, League Two players, not Championship players. But that's what I've had to deal with. That's the situation the club's in. It's part of the challenge, isn't it? So you see there, James Tilley is still out injured. He'll be back soon, hopefully. Jack Dunn has been also injured for quite a while. He's still going to be out for quite a while. And Tutonda is out as well for 3 months. So we've had to deal with quite a few injuries as well at the start of the season. And these are not short-term injuries. So for today's match, we've got Lee Angle at front. He's been doing okay, actually, as a replacement striker at the moment. We've then got Hinchcliffe on the wing. He's not been playing as well because he's playing on the wing. He doesn't really prefer to play there, but I want to play him and Angle because they actually both are pretty good. Then we've got Kessler, of course. He's not having the greatest of seasons, though. That's something that's been worrying me, but we know how well he can play, so I'm going to continue playing with him. I just wish we had a good defensive midfielder. I really do, but that could probably help our defense, but I can't. So we have to deal with what we've got. This was probably the worst transfer season I've ever had. Oluwu is out right now. Oluwu and Wilkinson have been finding it tough. And Anderson has been asking for some football time, so I promised to give him some football. So Anderson has come in. We're going to see what he can do. Maybe he can do better than Oluwu. Oluwu was doing really good at the start of the season. I couldn't believe it. He was one of our top-rated players. But the last few games have not been kind to him. We've also had to bring in Bowler back into the team because our other player is injured in the left-back position, Tutonda. Which is a shame. Tutonda, it says he's not doing good, but he was okay. but we're letting in goals like every game. Tim Lovett has come in as well, 19 years old, because I just didn't feel Watson was having a good time. He's not having a good time either, but I'm hoping he can improve as we go along. I brought in Matthews as well as goalkeeper. You can see I've been trying to mix things around a bit to see how players can do. He's got 6 to 9, but no clean sheets, and Matthews has 6 to 13. So I think that tells us Nick Hayes maybe is the man we should be using. So I'm going to use Nick Hayes. A last-minute change there. Matthews is going to go out. Nick Hayes back in, one of our main players for last season. And let's jump in. We're playing at home today, so maybe I should have gone attack. I don't know. I'm starting to think about whether I should just go attacking mentality and more controlling. My assistant manager keeps telling me I should go more controlling. I just don't feel comfortable with it because I just don't think we're good enough. But then again, because of our our best players are more in the attacking roles, maybe that's what we should be going with. I will say this, I do think our best players so far have been McKenzie and Griffiths. They've been really good in the midfield, keeping us competitive when it comes to possession. Peterborough going with a more defensive formation there. And here we go. Let's be passionate. Yeah. We need to end this bad run of form. I will say, actually, we did break a record for, I think it was, unbeaten run from last season into this season. But I think now we're about to possibly break the Bath record for winless run. So, yeah, things are really changed. But, I mean, like I said, it's to be expected. I mean, if we'd have won this the first season, the championship, we'd have kept that up, I would think this game was broken. that would have been a miracle. But Agui, their top striker, remember, goes in for the shot, but Hayes is there to bounce it away. Remember, we are going to be playing 2 matches today as well. I know the introduction was quite long, but there's a lot of things to talk about. Frost coming down the wing. He's been really good so far this season, but he loses. Of course, he loses the ball. As soon as I talk nice things about him, he's going to lose the ball. Salam gets it back down, and yeah, nothing we could have done about it. Manning gets the ball to Mihu, and basically the defense kind of opened up, and it was a free goal, which is kind of a shame. We can see right here, look, passes the ball in. Look at that. Just that little gap there, just basically a free goal. Very close to the goal as well. Nothing the goalkeeper could have done. See, we're keeping possession and stuff. We're getting shots, but they're not really good shots. Kessler gets the ball in, but their midfield picks it up. Wow, Peterborough coming on the counter-attack. This is actually one of our worst games so far. Maybe I should do it. I know we shouldn't. The reason I'm not going counter is because when we go more defensive, it doesn't always work out for us because our defenders are not as good as our attacking players. Oh, and it's a penalty. Hinchcliffe got us a penalty there. Fry tackled him. Hinchcliffe taking the penalty. Come on, Hinchcliffe. You were the man last season. Do it once again. Are you kidding me? What a pathetic penalty. Wow, our best chance to come into this. But I say we're not looking bad. Every game we're not looking bad, but we lose it because our goalkeeper and our defense just can't keep out a good attack. Okay, Mihu. How did you not Wilkinson? You should have got that ball. I'm going to go on the attack. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to test it out. I didn't really want to test it during these live recordings. I want to test out my own. But I feel like I need to test it out. It's been bugging me whether we'll do better if we just concentrate on just trying to outscore the opposition. Because most games we do score. Anderson. Okay. Gets into... See, all these passes keep getting intercepted. We're just not being intelligent enough. This is not the Bath City way. But then again, it's also because these teams just are better than the teams we're used to playing. Just think of the standard of teams we're playing right now. It's crazy to think Bath City are playing them week in, week out. Okay, good. Bowler. Bowler, I know you haven't played for a while, but still. What are you doing? Bowler. Okay, corner the Peterborough. Can they make it 2-0? Please don't. Okay, foul by them. Whenever that popped up, I'm a little bit nervous. Yeah, we're still not in the as long as we're outside the relegation zone, I can't really get upset. But once we do fall into there, which is looking like we will, it's going to be hard to get out. We've not been good enough. Let's be assertive. Show me something else in the second half. Okay, they've used that. It's invigorated them. We're going on the attack. We're at home. 2,500 people. Mostly our fans are watching. I would assume people must buy their Bath City tickets, like, you know, a year in advance, because we've only got 2,500 seats, and it's always full. So our fans, we might have like 4,000 fans, but not all of them can come. So I feel kind of bad, but we just don't have the money to be able to expand the stadium to add more seats. Okay, they hit the ball in. Agui. Oh. Okay, Hayes. Good. He's done an okay job so far. I don't think he could have really stopped the goal. That was more a defensive problem I would have gone with. And Wilkinson is injured. No. Aluwa's going to have to come in here. Aluwa, you know what? I don't mind him coming in. I can trust him. But Wilkinson was really important the last few seasons. Though he's finding it tough in the championship, it has to be said. I can't hide from that fact. But I think all of our players are finding it tough, to be honest. Which they should be. 60th minute, we're going to take off Mackenzie. He's got a yellow card. He's looking tired. We're going to have to change something in the attack. Hinchcliffe's not in a good game. Obviously, he did miss that penalty. So I'm not surprised his number's not very good. But he's got a lot of energy still left. Connor Chaplin. Craig Dalgley. Kessler is better, I'd say. I'm going to bring on Junior. I don't think I've seen much of Angol at all today. And maybe Junior can just do it. I want to see him, you know, score goals in the championship. That's what I want to see. We know Junior can score goals at any level. He can score in the Premier League if he wanted to. It's just he doesn't want to. That's all. But here we go. Peterborough on the attack. Can we get back the ball and get on the counter-attack? Please. Yes, Bowler. No. Are you Bowler? 2 mistakes. Oh, why did Tutonda get injured? Tutonda's injury is gonna relegate us at this point. Look at that, 20th spot. Only like 2 points out relegation zone. They've got games in hand. Okay, Kessler, Junior, Kuya, and it's deflected into goal off Cook. 10 minutes left, and it's 2-1. If they hadn't got, if Bowler had not made that mistake, Kessler with the ball. I knew it was going to be a goal because it began the highlight in that position. There was no way they were going to give us a goal. Like, start the highlight with like a goal in 1 second. And that was the highlight? Really? Please, Junior. Junior, look at this. Possession, not too bad. We've had almost as many shots as them. Just not as many on target. Hinchcliffe gets it back to Bowler. It's our last chance, probably. Can we get another draw? We've had so many draws this season. That's the problem, really, as well. We just don't make the draws into wins. Junior, Kessler, please don't mess up. Please don't mess up. Bowler, can you make up? And it's another penalty. Please score this penalty. You missed. It's going to be Hinchcliffe again, isn't it? And it's a red card. Hinchcliffe, please don't do it again. Please, Hinchcliffe, please. Get us a 1 point. Get us 1 point. Yes! Oh, yes! And they've got a red card as well. So hopefully that means that we've secured a draw. But that's just another draw. Like, if you've seen it. You've seen it. Draws and losses is all we're getting. I mean, we need a win. We really need a win at some point soon. I knew this was going to be a struggle, but this is just getting ridiculous now. But the fact we didn't lose, you know what? Good job. As long as we don't lose games, it's not too bad. You know, we've got more points than games. And normally if you keep to that, you normally stay up. So as long as we've got more points than games, I'm actually kind of okay with this. But there we go. A difficult game, but you can see there, our attacking isn't that bad. It's just our defense. 6 to 7 months. What? 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 This is insanity. We're getting so many long-term injuries now, and we've lost a defender, one of our most important players. This is bad. Okay, guys, Notts County just sacked Rio Ferdinand, but we'll be back in a second. We're now at the 16th, actually, so that's not too bad. We were back in a second against Charlton. Oh, dear. And we're back for the second match of this episode. We're up against Charlton. Now, Charlton are currently sat in 11th position, which is not too bad. They were predicted to come down, though, in the 20th position, so this could mean that this may be a team that we can play a bit better against, possibly. You can see of the current few seasons, they've been in the Championship again, lower down like Peterborough. Zenga is their manager. Brewster is their key player. Looks pretty good, actually, you know. 25 years old, worth 2.6 million. I keep looking at the standard of players we're up against. Currently, a lot of the other teams have played their games now. We're currently sat only 1 point above the relegation. There's a lot of players around here. Some of them have played more games than us, and most of them have played the same games as us now. I'm just hoping we can get to January with our head above water, and then maybe we can bring in some championship-level players into the club. That's what I'm really hoping for at this moment in time. Just need to keep our head above water until January, bring in some quality players, and then hopefully survive the season. And the next season, maybe our reputation would have got to a point and people will say, they're actually a championship team. They're actually willing to come to us. Now, we have got to make some changes. There were some injuries. Lee Angle was injured apparently for a few weeks, but luckily because we just had the international break, it's meant a lot of time has passed. But that does mean, oh, James Tilley obviously is back. So that's perfect timing really, because now we can put Tilley on the wing where he belongs, and Hinchcliffe can go to where he belongs, because we know, you can see that it doesn't look great, his stats and stuff. That's because he's been playing on the wing, when actually we know when he's a striker he did quite well at the beginning of the season. Chaplin's fine. Kessler 88. I'm going to leave him there because I do just think he's so especially because he can actually do free kicks. It's really useful. We do have to change our defense though. Wilkinson is going to be out for quite a bit. Oh dear, not good. Yeah, I have to bring on Leyland for him. So you can see there are a few injuries, as I said before, but have to leave. Bowler's going to have to stay on because he's the only one who can play left back. God, we are really down on players right now. We are really down. I'm going to bring on Watson. I think Watson is better than Tim Lovett. I wanted to give him a chance because, you know, he's only 19. He was 18 before, and he can improve quite a lot possibly. And he's worth quite a bit of money. We may have to just sell this guy in January and just cash in and be able to bring in some better players. That could be something we could do. But there we go. I think that's best. Okay, let's jump in. We're going to, I'm not going to go attacking. I know it worked out last time, but this time we're away from home. I'm thinking when we're away from home, play a bit more standard maybe. And if it's a really big team like I did against Burnley, I played counter. But then when we play at home, we play more attacking football and try and outscore the opposition. That's going to be my tactics, I think, from now on. We're just going to have to hope it works out. Go out and impress everyone. Even me. You guys still haven't secured your positions in the first team. I think anyone could be changed. Just look at the stadium. The quality of teams we're up against is ridiculous. We've probably got like the smallest stadium for seating in the whole of the football leagues, let alone the championship. Most of these teams in the championship have like, you know, 15,000-seater stadiums, some with 20 or even more. It's pretty crazy. But here we go. And almost to begin with, Charlton went off to a good start. Actually, it's been half an hour. So there wasn't many highlights at the beginning of the match, which maybe could be good for us. Ryan, though, swings one in. Oluwu hits it out. Frost with the ball. Kicks it up front, but nothing can come from that. Only Hinchcliffe is up there on his own. They kick it out. They've kept the ball. Allen. Adeyemi. Russell. Ooh, it's deflected, and Brewster gets his foot to the ball. It's just always this. Just lots of really unlucky things. You could see there. He passes to him in the... I think it deflects. It definitely deflected off the back of his foot. Went straight into Brewster's foot. He overpowered our player. There was nothing we could do. And at the moment, Charlton are kicking our ass stat-wise. Actually, no, we brought it back quite a bit. We've not been good enough. Show me something else. Everyone's fired up. Let's go attacking. Let's just try it. Let's try it away from home. Let's try away from home. It works maybe at home. Let's see if we can do it away from home. Frost with the ball. It's going to be just the normal initial highlight. Give me a red card, ref. Red card. Duh. That's going to put us down in the 20th. I don't like this. We're getting so close to relegation zone. Fisher hits the ball in. Okay, good. We got it out. Adeyemi flies a ball in again. Olu gets out. We're not doing too bad when it comes to heading and stuff. You know, we're able to head the ball out, but the strength of our players maybe is not the best. A lot of these strikers seem to be out strengthening our defenders. Watson. Okay, Fuzman into Frost. Frost has been great. Good ball to Hinchcliffe, and he should have been finishing that. That was a really good ball. Frost, he's been doing really well. That was a really good sign of that. Almost 60 minutes in. Might have to make a change. Is it just going to be, can we grab another draw, you know? Can we grab another draw? Oh, are you kidding me? What is this amateur hour? I mean, 21st. Oh, no. Oh, dear. We're 1 point away. Now, luckily, Wickham are getting their asses kicked. That's the only good thing right now. Craig Dalglishing coming for him. That's the only good thing I can talk about. Is the fact Wickham's getting their asses kicked in this league. Look at that, minus 25. So I feel like we should definitely be beating them. It's just Notts County and Bristol Rovers. And Plymouth is one of those teams as well. I mean, we should be down in this area. So it's not a surprise just that we haven't won in so long. It starts to worry you. It really does. Oh, this is probably the worst position we've ever been. I've never been this concerned. Mackenzie's getting tired, but we need new attackers. Let's take off Mackenzie. Kuya can sometimes bring something to the match. Since we've gone attacking, though, it's not really looked that great. In fact, I'd say Charlton's looked better since we've gone on the attack in front. But then again, that goal they scored was kind of lucky. Froster gets a good ball to Hinchcliffe. Can Hinchcliffe outperform the defenders? He had so much time. Hinchcliffe, why? Last season he was a monster. But he just can't do it again in Championship. He's just not a Championship player. Okay, Charlton get the ball off first. Beneker gets it to Sessegnon. Oh, good interception there. Hinchcliffe gets it to Dalglish. Dalglish gets Griffiths, gets it to Frost. Can he get the ball in? That's it. That's it. Frost and Hinchcliffe. I told you, Frost is our man. He has probably been the best player this season, which really surprises me. It has come from basically nowhere that he's performing this well. Wow. Okay, Charlton though. We've still got 15 minutes to make a draw. Mampala, but Hayes almost making another mistake. He never holds the ball. That's his problem. Russell with the corner. Okay. Hayes, you proved me wrong. Apparently you can catch the ball. Could you do that a bit more often? But Charlton now have a free kick. Is it going to be a penalty or something stupid? We get the ball out. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's Frost. Can he? Oh, I think that was Frost. I was hoping he could try and get the ball. Finley. Nope. Charlton not making mistakes now. Brewster, good ball there, and it's a goal. You could see that as soon as Brewster passed the ball, it was going to be a goal. It was a good play, and I think that's a game, set, and match. And another injury. Hinchcliffe is injured, and I have no more subs. Wow, literally everything that could go wrong is going wrong. We're getting way too many injuries, and it's normally to some of our most important players. And number two, we're not getting results. We've got 2 more minutes of extra time. Tilly's running down the wing. And yeah, thanks, Tilly. Thanks. I said this last season. I said maybe we were getting promoted too early. And when I said maybe, I mean, yes, of course we were getting promoted too early. But, you know, we still have a chance. We're still out the relegation zone. There is still an outside chance. It's still possible, guys. Do not lose hope. I'm going to fight till the bitter end. I will tell you that right now. And Russell scores. Please. Oh, We've fallen into the relegation zone. Okay. Bristol Rovers drawn with Nottingham Forest. Very last minute. Thanks. Thanks, Nottingham Forest. Thanks so much. And here we go. 5 seconds, 4. And Griffiths Dalglish gets it back to Bowler. And that's the end of the game. And we've fallen into the relegation zone. That is pretty disappointing, yeah. 4-1. I mean, at the end there, we were down a man. We're drawn on points, though, with all these teams. Just our goal difference is not great. And Notts counted only have 11 points, so we just need to keep up with these teams. If we can win our next game, like, just win one game, and we can move up all the way up to, like, here, 16th. Because actually it's quite close, considering the fact we're only 8 points behind Swansea in the playoffs. So you can see that the actual league is really close. So a win here or there could really boost 6 to 7 weeks. Well, guys, this was a bit of a downtrodden episode, but the fire is still there. The Romans will never give up. No matter how many barbarians surround us, we will keep fighting on. And I hope you'll be there with us. We'll probably be back next time. So we've got October, then we'll come to November. How about we come back against like Nottingham Forest and Reading? We'll probably come back about these two games. Not exactly sure. Probably about, yeah, we'll say these two games. Nottingham Forest and Reading just before December. Just before the Christmas period. Hopefully gives us some good news. But I'll see you then.